Hello guys, welcome back to another video on FPL Bros. I'm FPL Rich and I'm here with MIGS, and today we're going to go over our Game Week 26 team selection. But first we're going to jump into our Game Week 25 review. Okay, so jumping into our Game Week 25 review, I'm actually on 86 points. With those 2 points from Castagna since Cody Gakpo did not play. But yeah, again, another red arrow for me. Jumped down from 234 to 285,000. Not a big red arrow, but a red arrow nonetheless, especially since I played my assistant manager on Emery. Emery did get 14 points total. Not too bad, actually. Outscored Slot by a couple points, but nothing crazy. I mean, Cody Gakpo didn't play, which was kind of the major setback in this team, with Cody Gakpo not playing. Castagna did jump in 2 points, which was didn't really help. And also, a lot of people also triple captain Salah this game week, so that also kind of affected my game week for this game. But overall, not too bad. But moving forward, definitely some things that I need to evaluate within this team.
Hello everyone. So now going on to my game week 25, I did get 81 points. Also got a red arrow. I'm still in the 2 millions, but just some things to point out here. Arnold, Alexander Arnold did get 13 points. He did get a goal in that tie against Aston Villa, so that's pretty good there. And then everyone else pretty poor. 2 points. I did use two free transfers to bring in Kirkitz and also Semenyo. Semenyo did get an assist, but Kirkitz only got 2 points, so not very good returns there. I did have my captaincy on Mohamed Salah with 40 points, and Chris Wood did get a goal, but I didn't play my assistant manager chip, so I'll be holding that off. But overall, pretty poor.
Okay, so now moving on to our game week 26 transfer plans. I do have one free transfer. I do have one free transfer. I do have 1.4 in the bank. So I do have some things to adjust in my team. Ahmad and Gakpo being the major ones. Ahmad has an injury that is hasn't said when he's going to be back, so definitely thinking of moving away from Ahmad. Whereas Gakpo, he did miss the last two games, but it was a double game week, so nothing really too much damage. His next game against City, which I do believe is a good game, especially since Liverpool are fighting for that title shot and City are not really playing at their best. It all kind of depends if Gakpo is going to start. But for my first transfer, my confirmed transfer, I did do is moving away from Ahmed to an Awari, coming in at 4.6. He's one of these transfers that is kind of one of those popular buys. With Arsenal's kind of massive injury news, where they're missing a lot of key players like Havertz, Martinelli, Saka, and a couple others, Gabriel as well. So NR Weary is definitely going to be one of those players that's going to be a starting player. And for his price, I do believe he's one of the best options. So this is my first transfer, and the main reason I did also go for his transfers. I am trying to crack into the top 10K spot, and you're not going to be doing that, especially if you're not gonna I'm not gonna be able to do that if I just go for those bland picks that everyone's going for. So this is one of those picks that hopefully does pay off. So my second transfer, I am going to be doing a -4. I'm not going to be getting rid of Gakpo just because I don't really see the options to, but I am going to be going for possibly getting rid of. I'm going to get rid of Emery and go for McKenna, the Ipswich coach. They do have a good fixture, in my opinion, a good fixture against Spurs. If they do manage to, they are currently in the relegation side, whereas Spurs is definitely within that top 10 spots. So if they do manage to beat Spurs, which is pretty likely, looking at Spurs' kind of form as well, I do believe McKenna could be the top scoring manager for the game week, coming in at 0.5, one of the cheapest options. Of course, there's other options. The Wolves manager, he's going against Bournemouth, and a couple other options, Crystal Palace and Fulham managers as well. But for me, I think it's best if I kind of just risk it. I have to go in and just risk it and kind of pray that these managers kind of do it for me if I want to get into the top 10K spot. So that's my two transfers. I am going to keep Gakpo. This is a -4 hit, and hopefully Gakpo does start against City. Let's move on to my team selection. Now moving on to my game week 26 team selection, I'm going to be lining up with a 3-4-3, and I do have 2.5 in the bank. I still haven't done that assistant manager transfer. That's going to be one of those transfer where I kind of decided on the deadline if I am going to go for McKenna or someone else. But this is my lineup for this game week. I do have Pickford in goal, starting up against Manchester United at home. A pretty good fixture, honestly. Moving on to my back three, I do have Gabriel, Kanate, and Colwill. And my midfield four, it consists of Gordon, Palmer, Mo Salah, and Anawari. Against, I do have my captaincy currently on Salah. I think he is currently the best captaincy. He hasn't really stopped since scoring pretty much since forever, especially against City. I do believe it's a good fixture for them as well. Moving on to my front three, I do have Cody Gakpo, Isaac, and Chris Wood. Up top, my vice captaincy is on Chris Wood. I do believe this is a good fixture as well for Forest. Looking at my bench, I do have my bench is I do have Rogers on my bench. He does possibly he might sub in if Gakpo. The Gakpo news is that he's not going to play. That all kind of depends. I do have Crystal Castagne on the bench. I might put Castagne over Colwell. Actually, looking at the bench now, I do probably would be playing Castagne over Colwell. He does have that Crystal Palace at home fixture. But this is I'm going to be lined up for game week 26. Let's move on to MIGS' team.
All right, so now going on to my game week 26 transfer plan. I actually already did my transfer, and I take out Anthony Gordon for Embuemo. And the reason being, I didn't like how Gordon played last fixture. He does have a tough fixture this game against Nottingham Forest, and he does have Liverpool next fixture as well. So I don't really like him. And then also Mbuemo does have a good fixture against Leicester. Does have Everton next game week. So I think Mbuemo is a good pick. And with this, I like my squad. I do. I'm doubling up on Brentford players, as you could see. Also Bournemouth players. A lot of double ups, but I like my team overall, and just trying to get ready for game week 29, and possibly doing a special chip. But yeah, let's go on to my team selection. Going on to my team selection, I do have a 3-5-2. And in goal, I do have Matt Sells. He is going to be playing away against Newcastle. And then we have Arnold, Robinson, Kirkis. We have actually five midfielders with Iwobi, Palmer, Semenyo, captaincy on Salah and Buembo, and up top with Wisa and Isaac. I do have Aina and Wood on the bench. I am kind of debating, maybe let me know between either starting Chris Wood or Isaac. I know this fixture, Newcastle is going to be playing at home, so I'm kind of giving it to Isaac in that sense. But knowing that Chris Wood has been on fire, he's been scoring goals. I know Newcastle got a little bit of a hiccup last fixture, but I do think Newcastle does have the advantage playing at home. So maybe let me know what y'all think. And then I have Iwobi in, Semenyo. Just hoping to get some good points here. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for Palmer. He's going to be playing Aston Villa away, in which Aston Villa plays very good at home. So it's going to be a tougher fixture for Palmer, but I'm going to be holding him. I think next fixture he does. I forget who he has, but he does have a favorable fixture coming up. I know he hasn't been performing all that well, but I believe in game week 28 or 29 he has Southampton, so I'm waiting for that. And then honestly, I'm just trying to see how everyone else is going to be playing their chips. I know a lot of managers have their assistant manager, so I'm just trying to keep up with that. Um, but I'm just kind of trying to see what everyone else is doing in terms of moves, and just trying to keep up with that and adjusting my team so I can make good moves. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. Make sure to leave a comment down below.
And that is all that we have for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys all next week for our Game Week 27 team selection.